There we go. All right, boom. So, like I said, basic objections in our business, right? Most important thing in our business is obviously overcoming objections. Because if you don't know what you're supposed to say, then obviously, like I said, you lost the fight. And then also, like in this business, it's kind of like Oh, actually, no. Let me just try to get right into it. All right, cool. So like, here are some of the most common objections, guys. So the very first one, obviously, money, right? Money can be an issue all the time, right? Let's say if we're sitting on an IBA. Obviously, everybody knows it costs 125 to get started in our business. However, you know, some people they're gonna look at that 125 and look at it as, oh, I gotta pay to join this business, or I gotta pay to get started. I don't want to do that, yada yada yada. But really, you gotta get people to see it as an investment. Some people, when they come in for an interview, they don't see that. They don't see it as an investment. They see that you're trying to get some money out of them. However, what I've started doing, right, like I said, you gotta throw that first punch. So I start telling people before they even come in, hey, like, if we do decide to go forward with things, hey man, listen, it's gonna be, you gotta pay for your background check, because our company, we covered the licensing, which is $1,400. And all we ask for is that you pay for your own background check. And I guarantee you guys are gonna start seeing a lot more success with your interviews. All right, if you let the person know beforehand that they gotta pay for their background check, and that we all pay $25 a month for our virtual office, then I guarantee you're gonna start seeing a lot more success in the business. All right, so getting to the objections though. Let's say you didn't. Let's say you didn't let the person know beforehand. You just simply tell them, okay, cool, you don't have the money, the 124. All right, no worries. But Nelson, you don't have the money, right? Let's say, what's your dream car?
Ferrari.
Ferrari, right? What color would you have it?
Yellow.
Yellow interior?
Maybe like black interior.
Black interior? Okay, cool. So what if I told you I had a yellow Ferrari out there, right? And black interior, just everything that you want. But it's gonna cost you 125. Wouldn't you do everything in your power to find that?
Yeah.
Absolutely, right. Who's the first person you would call to find that 125?
My brother, my parents.
Brother, parents, right? So what I'm showing you is an opportunity how to actually receive that Ferrari within the next about 5 years or so, just depending on how hard you work. Okay. So if you put it like that, then the person understands a little bit more. All right. Obviously, with objections, you got to get the person to understand what you're showing them. So if you put it in perspective like that, obviously it's a lot easier for them to understand the opportunity that you're trying to give them. I always use the dream car thing, right? Because everybody has a dream car. Everybody has that car that they want. So if you use something that they want and you show them an opportunity how to get there, obviously your opportunity brings a lot more value to that person. Okay. Now also, something that Leighton said in one training, right? You gotta think of it like an investment. You pay 124 to get started in the business, and you have an opportunity to generate $2,500 every single month. That's not great. Isn't that a great rate of return? Absolutely. All right. You're paying 124 to get started in a business that could potentially earn your family total financial independence. This opportunity is great. There's nothing like it. And all it costs is 124. Well, now there's people that in this company that pay 124 just like all of us to get started, and they make millions of dollars a year now. It's insane. Right? You have examples in this office. We have a $1.2 million income earner, a family at that. They all pay the same exact 124, and look where they are today. That's how much the opportunity costs. It only costs 124. We have a 20-year-old that made over 20,000 last month, and he paid 124 to get started. We have a senior vice president in our company, well, not in our company, in our office, that makes over $500,000 a year, and he didn't even have the money. He had to ask his mother for the money. All right, now let's talk about life apps as well. All right, so when you run into somebody that doesn't have the money for a life app, you just look at that grown man that told you that he doesn't have $80 a month, and you just make him realize, he's making a big mistake. Like I said, you got to bring value to price. Price is only an issue in the absence of value. Okay, so when you have somebody that's on a life app with you, a KT, when you have somebody that's on a KT and they say they don't have the money, obviously you're not adding enough value to your product. So that's when you go in, right? You go back to the benefits. All right, get off the quote. You go back to the benefits and you make them understand what you're offering them. Okay. So typically what I do is I simply ask the person, well, if it's an $80 policy, Ilya, what do you typically spend $80 a month on?
Probably dinner,
Dinner,
gas.
Dinner, gas, $80 a month on gas? I don't sound right.
Not every time.
Oh, every time you go to gas, so you spend $80? Okay, cool. How much is like your average dinner, you would say?
About $100.
$100? Okay, cool. And then you pay for your car insurance, don't you?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
$200.
Gotcha. Okay. So all the things that you just mentioned, all of those are irrelevant to your family, right? If anything happens to you, well, obviously you can't afford those things anymore because you're dead and gone. However, with the life insurance plan, you pay for this. This is the bill that's going to take care of all bills. Okay, so that phone bill that you're paying for, right? The car note that you're paying for, the car insurance, all that stuff, all right, it's tangible. All right, it's something that that's something like that you need just as of right now. But if you get a life insurance application for $80, something happens to you, but guess what? Your family's straight for the rest of their life. Okay? So you got to get that person to understand what you're offering them. Some people, like if you guys run into somebody that says they don't have this money, bro, there's some people out there that spend $80 a month on Starbucks, getting coffee every morning. I know some of the girls in here, they're like, ooh, that's me. That's me. But yeah, there's some people that spend $80 on irrelevant stuff. Guys, you got to get them to understand what you're offering them. Okay? Now, the second one. Right. With an interview, I kind of break down exactly like what they do, right? What they do on a day-to-day basis. Okay. So, Nisha, how would you say your schedule is? Let's pretend you work. Where do you work?
Starbucks.
You work at Starbucks? Okay, cool. How many hours do you say that you work at Starbucks? Like, what does your day-to-day look like? 30 hours? Okay. When do you typically go in? What time do you get up?
5.
Okay, so you work 9 to 5. Okay, awesome. Now, what if I told you that from 5 to 9, I can show you how to make an extra $2,500 every single month? Okay. Is that something that you would more think about a little bit more? Yeah, absolutely. Right. What if I told you during your 9 to 5, I can show you from 5 to 9 how to make way more money than at your 9 to 5? Wouldn't you eventually quit that 9 to 5 and come work with me full time? Absolutely. Right. It's just a numbers game, guys. All right. Obviously, if you can provide more money, more value, right, that person, they need to understand that. Also, I mean, if you don't have 5 to 10 hours a week, then I don't know what to tell you, because that's all this opportunity requires. All it requires is 5 to 10 hours, hard work, dedication, right? 5 to 10 hours is just listening to somebody that's in a higher position than you, and you'll be successful. All right. There's this thing called the pile theory in our office. Basically, what the pile theory is, if somebody's pile is bigger than your pile, you should listen to them. Okay. Now, if you have somebody that works at Starbucks 9 to 5, Nisha, how much do you get paid an hour at Starbucks?
15.
15. And how old are you?
23.
23. Okay. Nisha, I'm not trying to offend you or nothing, but you make $15 an hour, working 8 hours. I'm 18 years old and I made $7,400 last month. My pile's a little bit bigger than yours. Don't you think you should listen to what I have to tell you? Don't you think you should listen to, what the opportunity that I'm bringing you? Yeah, absolutely. Right. And that's not like a flex on them, because you just say, I don't say that to brag or impress you, but more to impress upon you that if what? I can do it, you can do it too. Right? That's all I use. I always use my age, my income. All right. If the person looks like me, I use my color as well. All right? You guys got to know what to say. You guys got to be relatable. Right? So break down their schedule. Get exactly like what they do. Find that 5 to 10 hours that they have to spare to make extra money. And I guarantee you that they're gonna find success in this business. Okay. Now with time and life out, all right. So let's say somebody says, how we ask people, there's usually 1 of 3 reasons why somebody doesn't have life insurance, either money or it's time, or they just don't care about their family. Obviously, nobody's 3. Well, there's people out there that could be the number 3. right? Don't care about their family after something happens to them. However, some people might say it's time. You just simply tell them, well, we're here today. I'm here with your nephew. He's gonna be the agent of your policy. So wouldn't it make sense to move forward today? Don't you have the time today? We're sitting on a Zoom call. I've showed you, about freaking 10 slides to get you to understand what we're here for. Don't you think now is a good time to do something like this? Absolutely, right? So with time and life apps, that's nothing really. Okay, now let's get to number 3. All right, number 3 is my favorite. You need to think about it. I'm gonna start with life apps first, okay? So with a life app and somebody said that they need to think about it, all that is, guys, is just a smoke screen, right? Smoke screen meaning that you just gotta find the real objection. All right, so Hake, right? You don't have any life insurance right now, correct? All right, cool. You said you need to think about it though?
Yeah.
Okay. What is exactly that you need to think about, okay?
Just,
Like, is it, providing for your family, making sure that you have a good plan in place for them, leaving something behind for them? What is it?
just to see if it's the right timing.
Gotcha. All right, so look, what I can do is I can go ahead and put together, a pamphlet for you. So you can get some more information, take a look at it, right? What exactly do you want me to include in that pamphlet for you?
Like the benefits.
The benefits?
Pricing.
Okay, benefits and price. Okay, cool. Boom, there's the objection, right? They don't think you maybe have enough benefits. Maybe they think they can go somewhere else and get more benefits. Maybe they think they can go and get a better price somewhere. All right, so look, I found the real objection. So now what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go to the benefits. I'm gonna read over the benefits one more time, but I'm gonna go in a little bit more detail. I'm gonna really harp on those benefits. The terminal illness, I'm gonna give them a story. I'm gonna give them another story. All right, the disability benefit, I'm gonna give them a story about that. Right, with the children benefit, right? If they have more kids, or if they have more than one child under 18, I'm gonna give them another example of that. Right? Just harp on the benefits a little bit more. If that's the real objection, and then price. Guys, if you go here into our presentation, we have the best prices in the industry. All right, you're not gonna find a better price anywhere, right? We have the most affordable term insurance out there. You're not gonna find anything better. I know y'all kind of looking at this like, damn, this is really good. I don't have this. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, right. All right, and that brings me to another thing, guys. If you overcome the objection in the beginning, you won't have to worry about it, right? So if you say some of the companies that we ranked over are New York Life and Prudential, and some of the categories that we ranked over them are overall rating, quality, ethics, privacy, customer service, and price. Well, there's everything right there. All right, and if I say, okay, so we rank in all these categories. Ari, what would you say the 2 main categories when you're looking for, looking to buy something? What are the 2 main things that you look at?
Definitely the price
Price.
and also the rating, how good is the product.
Okay. All right. So typically, when I sit down with people, they always say price, they say quality. Okay. So price and quality, as you can see, we have the highest rating in terms of quality and the highest rating in price. So what that means is you're not going to find anything better anywhere else. So wouldn't it make sense to do business with the #1 company in the business right now, and also with with your niece being your agent?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Okay. So do you have any existing life insurance outside of work that you don't have to reach to a 1-800 number for?
No, I don't.
Exactly. I overcame 3 objections right there. All right. Price, quality, and then also work. If you do it in the beginning, you won't have to worry about it. Right. This slide is really good. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I overcome everything on this slide alone. Right. This is where I finish my presentation. That's all I really need. All right. So going back. All right. So yeah, find the real objection. Boom. IBA. So you need to think about it. Okay. Awesome. So look, what exactly do you need to think about? Do you need to think about helping families? Do you need to think about getting $500 every time you get a yes? Like, what is exactly that you need to think about? All right, there's you find your real objection. Because who really needs to think about getting $500 after every yes and only putting 5 to 10 hours a week in? Who really needs to think about that? What logical person really needs to think about that? Come on now, that's idiotic. Right? And then 4, talking to someone else. Right? So let's say your recruit puts you on a one-legged appointment. All right? I run into this all the time. All right. Let's say they ignore the orientation of sit me down in front of people. If they're married, have both of them on the call. Let's say you went into a one-legged appointment. All right? So what I say is, one, you have a wife, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And you say you want to talk to her?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries, man. So let me ask you this one. You being the man of the house, providing most of the income, right? You pay for all the bills, the mortgage and stuff. Would she be mad that you put in a plan to protect your income if something were to happen to you?
I mean, if you put it that way, no,
Yeah.
not really.
Why would she be mad that, you're planning for the future?
No, she wouldn't.
Wouldn't you agree that not having a written financial plan is like planning to fail?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so look, why don't we just go ahead and get you qualified for something like this? And then, you talk to your wife after, I'm sure she'll be very happy. So how do I spell your first name?
Awesome. Juan.
Wow, cool. All right, boom. That's how you get over that. One-legged appointment, boom. All right, one-legged objection right there, boom. All right, why would she be mad? Why would your wife be mad that you put in a financial game plan for if something happens to you? Most of the income. Why would she be mad? There's no reason you need to go talk to your wife. Now, I can understand if it's a wife, you need to go talk to the husband, cool. However, if that happens, then you simply tell them. Well, you tell that woman, okay, cool. Listen, I understand you're the mother of your kids. Obviously, the most important thing to you are your children, right? Now, would your husband be mad if something were to happen to you and you made sure that the children were straight? Why would he be mad at that? Okay. And then also, with the IBA, right? Does that person live the same life that you want to live? Guys, this is a no-brainer, right? Why would you go back to your broke uncle that lives in the Hicks, probably has a trailer, right? No offense to anybody that lives in a trailer, but anyways, why would you go ask somebody about that? Right? Ask somebody about an opportunity where you see that it works. You come into the environment, you see millionaires, you see people that make 500,000, you see 20-year-olds bringing in 20,000, you see 18-year-olds making more money than most adults. And you go and ask your broke uncle that's never had anything in his life. He never owned anything. And you go and ask them about the opportunity. What the hell do you think they're gonna say? He's gonna go, no, that's too good to be true. I hate that one. Too good to be true. Are you serious?
Okay.
Right? What I noticed, guys, when you ask older people about a new opportunity, older people, they don't understand it. All right? Because all they know is go to college, get a 9-to-5. That's the only real way to make money. Everything else is fake. Right? So when you go ask somebody, they're gonna be like, nah, you need to go back to school. You need to go get your 9-to-5. Right? But what this business has to offer, this is a new opportunity, guys. This is a way us 18-year-olds and us, younger people that have children, we're able to still work, right? We're able to work and really provide value to our families with this opportunity, guys. This is a business where if you give it a solid 3 to 5 years, it'll pay you for the rest of your life. And some people just don't understand that. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and pass it up to my new regional leader, right? The best downline I could ever ask for. This kid is gonna be great. He's literally the most perfect recruit ever, right? Most perfect downline, always showing up, always excited, always pumped up. And I'm gonna introduce Jonathan Costello.
Let's go. Can you guys give it up one more time for Deshaun? That penny. Oh my God, this guy is certified closer. I mean, didn't you close over like 15,000 personal last month? 18,000 personal. 18 years old, making $8,000 a month. I mean, what a business. Well, what other business can you go in at 18 years old and make, on pace to, on track making $100,000 a year? So I got some great things for you guys today. The first thing I want to go ahead and teach you guys about is something that we call the Reach app. Okay. Now, if you guys don't have this already, go ahead and pull your phones out, go on the App Store and download it out. It's a free app, and this is a great way to communicate with your people. Now, the reason why we use the Reach app, it makes it easier to reach out to the masses. All right, in our business, we have so much new people coming in, coming out, coming in, coming out. You want to make sure that you're on point with them. You know what? You keep them on track. You know where they're at in the business, and this is a great way to do that. All right, at the end of the day, we want to work smarter, not harder. It's very, very simple. The great thing about this is instead of hitting copy paste, you type out one message and you send it to a group of, 50, 100 different people, okay? And it's very, very easy to use. Look, I may be young, but I'm not the best with technology. You can ask my team that. You can believe it or not, I'm very young, but I'm horrible with technology. This app makes it very easy. So the first thing when you go ahead and download the app, all right, you're gonna see these 3 columns at the bottom. All right, one's gonna be messages, the second one's gonna be groups, the third one's gonna be settings. So this is what you go ahead and do. You see that little box in the top right corner, you click it, okay, and then you can go ahead and make your own message. See, this is kind of some examples of messages I use, right? You can create a title. Obviously, you can create exactly what message it's gonna be. So for instance, I have one morning text on Mondays, check up on everybody after the weekend. The good morning training, right? The morning trainings we have every single morning. I send that out to my whole team. PDRs for the intensity hierarchy, I send that out for PDRs and close a business as well. Close a business as well. Now, the great thing about this is, you can actually add their first name. So instead of just saying, hey, what's going on, Chad, you can say, hey, what's going on, Jay? Hey, what's going on, JJ, right? And it makes it more personable. At the end of the day, people like hearing their names. People like hearing their name, and they know it's not they don't think it's a copy and paste message because their name is typed out. And you could use this for anything, and it's so great, especially on close of business. I send this out every single close of business. I have a group of like 200 people at least. Right? And you literally I say, hey, tomorrow I'm giving you my 110% to go for your promotions. I'm getting everybody back on track. And you'd be surprised. Maybe, some people in the business, they have to leave because of some personal issues, but they've always wanted to do it in the first place. You text them that text like, man, this guy still believes in me. This guy still thinks I can beat somebody. Right? And it's super easy to do this. And then next, you have to go ahead and create a group. You can't just send this to nobody. All right, so you go ahead and click the second category, groups, okay? And you click that little addition button on the top right, and it's very simple. It literally says tap on the addition button to add your first contact. And you just click your contact, you can add as many people as you want. As many people as you want. Now, I think there is a subscription. I think it's like 99 cents a month, but 99 cents a month, you can make $500 on one life app, okay? Like, just get the subscription. Same with Notability. Like, come on, just buy the subscription. It ain't too bad, all right? But it's very, very simple to use. A great way to reach out to your people. And it's like I said, you want to work smarter, not harder. It's so much easier on us instead of having, hey, copy and paste, going through all these group chats, going through your contacts. And all you have to do is just create a group, send out a message to the masses, okay? Now, I want to go ahead and talk about building team culture. Now, the first part and the most important part to building team culture is you have to show up to every event. No, I'm not just talking about these morning trainings. I'm not just talking about the nightly training. I'm talking about the park days, ECBS, convention, right? If you guys haven't registered for a convention, do that right away. Actually, I think last week, anybody recruited after October 1st, it was a $50 ticket. Today, it's $75. Today, it's $75. See, the cost of waiting can cost you, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's the same thing in the business. The cost of you waiting to make a decision could be the cost of you having an explosion. All right. Now, second, leadership is key in team culture. Leadership is freaking key, right? See, that's team culture, right? This, right? The Nuggets, all right? Saying, "Oi," right? That's team culture, right? Leadership is key, though. There has to be leadership, and on any team, right? If you look at any successful business, any successful team in America, there's always a great leader. Yes, there's good teams and bad teams, but the bad teams typically don't have great leadership, right? How many of you guys played sports growing up? Most of us. Well, I played on good teams. I played on really great teams. I played on horrible teams. And what I noticed looking back now is, the leadership wasn't there. And that's why we weren't great. Right? Well, third, you have to have goals. In any team, and to build a culture, there has to be a focused mindset on the same goal. For instance, $1 million run for everyone Gabby. All right. If I know for Ryan's base, we're trying is crazy. All right. Trying is crazy. All right. We're going to get into ownership this year. All right. Ale and Lewis are going to get to ownership this year, and so is going for $2 million. But we all have the same goal in mind. Now, imagine if we just showed up to the office and there was no goal, no $1 million run, no ownership run, no ring run, no watch run. It'd be stupid. I mean, nobody would want to do anything because there's no goals in mind. Okay. Fourth, you have to commit to growth for the whole team. You have to. Now, you could use this as a leader yourself. At the end of the day, we're in the pushing up people business, whether it's your downline or your upline. At the end of the day, when somebody below you is successful, it's going to make you more successful. Why wouldn't you want them to grow? Man, last month, all I focused on was getting my people promoted. I didn't even focus on my promoter. I just focused on my people submitting. I focused on my people developing. Well, in the process, I got promoted as well. Right? And environment is everything, guys. And you guys know this. God, environment is freaking everything. Man, I've never had a JOB in my life where I loved coming to the office, where I loved showing up to work. Man, I mean, how many of you guys worked a job before this? Most of us? Dude, I hated it. I used to put on my uniform. I used to freaking drag out of bed, 4 a.m. in the morning. I hated going to work. Man, imagine having a business or being in a business where you love coming to the office and you have a family. Everybody loves each other here. Man, we support each other. It's awesome. People don't have that. 99% of Americans don't have an environment like that. People hate their job. They hate where they're at currently. People are begging for an opportunity. You know, it's actually crazy. You know, they say in the beginning, like people watch what you do, and I didn't believe that. But it is true. You know, I recruited 2 people last week that have known me for a while. We weren't the best of friends. We were acquaintances. And both of the recruiting presentations, I had asked them, well, what interested you in, well, I mean, what made you reach out? What made you come to the office today? They're like, man, the environment you guys have. Man, I go on your Instagram, I see ECVS, the backflips. Like, dude, you guys are always excited. Everybody's young, they're sharp, they're making money, they're positive, they're enthusiastic, they're confident. I was just like, what the hell do you guys do? Guys, people watch that. People love to have a great environment because maybe even at home, they don't have a great environment. So you come to the office and it's a family environment where we're excited, we're positive, we're confident, and of course, we make money in the process. All right. 4th or 5th, you have, I'm not really good at counting. Was that 6? I think that's 6. All right. You have to figure out the why. Okay. And team culture, you have, like I said, you have to have a common goal. At the end of the day, you have to figure out your team's goal as well and their why as to why they want to be successful. You know, that's something I ask everybody after they're about 3-4 weeks into the business, after their license, after they hit the promotion. Why are you here? I mean, do you just want to work part-time? If you do that, I love you. Make some extra money. But what's your why? Why do you want to be successful? I ask that. I have a sit-down conversation with them. It's very important to have that because you can use that to your advantages as a coach and a leader as well. All right, when somebody's feeling down, when they're not showing up, when they're sick, when they're not getting on training, you talk to them, man, I thought you wanted to retire your parents one day. Man, I thought you wanted to give a great lifestyle to your future family. Why aren't you showing up? I'm gonna hold you accountable. Last thing, you have to have great communication. The Reach app is a great way for that. Communication is everything in this business. And no, I'm not talking about texting. I'm talking about calling. Guys, don't text, call. Guys, your people need to hear your voice, your tonality, your excitement. Communication is everything. And I know when I first started, Ryan used to tell me communication is everything, but I don't even know what that meant. A great way that you can track your communication is call your people once or twice a day. Call, not text. Call your people once or twice a day. And there doesn't have to be a motive. Just call them. Hey, what's going on, Champ? How you doing? How was your weekend? How's your boyfriend doing? How's your spouse doing? How's your son doing? Just call them. You want to have, as a coach, you want to be close enough to them where there's a relationship, which far away where you're not their best friend. And communication is a way to achieve that. Okay. The second thing, getting people motivated. Right? First one, everybody has a flashing sign on their chest, right? What does it say? Make me feel special, make me feel important, say something good to me. I want to be somebody. Guys, you have to be super nice to your people and you want to fire them up. You want to, motivate them. You want to make them feel good. A great way to do that, whenever somebody, submits an IBA, whenever somebody sends out 100 messages, whenever they post a flyer, anything they do in this business, you say, great job, Chad, keep doing your thing. You're going to be so freaking big here. And motivation is everything in this business as well. Obviously, for somebody to be super successful here, it has to come from within. But as a coach, if you can motivate them every single day, it's going to keep them on long enough. And you have to give them examples of winners as well. Every single time I hold a team meeting, emergency meeting, man, I go to a production leaderboard and I show Willie and Lorraine and Ronald every single time. I'm like, dude, you think these guys can beat you? There's no way they can beat you. If you work hard enough, you're going to surpass them one day. Man, you think this guy Edward Fernandez can beat you? No freaking way. You can beat him too. You think I can beat you? No, you can beat me too. Guys, in this business, it doesn't matter where you come from, how you grew up, how smart you are, how big you are. It's all about what comes from within. And you have to give them examples of that. Man, Diana Macias, her whole family was in Colombia, if I'm correct. And man, she just had a desire to win. And well, now I think she's a $1.7 million earner. Right? Third, you have to lead from the front. You have to lead from the front. As a leader, you have to. How are you going to tell somebody to do something if you're not doing it yourself? I can't tell my team to show up if I'm not showing it myself. I can't tell my team to produce if I'm not doing it myself. You have to do it first. Right? Servant leadership, right? Accountability as well. Accountability, I think, is so freaking great. At the end of the day, I don't hold myself accountable, but my coach does, so it kind of makes it easier for me. And well, you should do the same thing for your team. Hold them accountable. Right? Ask them, what are you going to do this week? How many recruits? How many presentations? How many times are you going to close? Are you learning the KT? Are you learning the interview? And you hold them accountable at the end of the week. Hey, champ, what did you do? What did you submit? Did you learn the interview? There's one of the kids, you know, you don't want to be an asshole, right? But you want to hold them accountable. And you'll gain more respect that way as well. You don't just want to be a leader that's just like, okay, awesome, keep doing your thing. Okay, awesome, keep doing your thing and not hold them accountable at all. Right? You can be tough and good at the same time, just like I talked about. You know, it's important. You don't want to be too nice. Sometimes you have to, you know, say it as it is. You have to, all right? And you have to cast them the vision. You have to cast them a vision, all right? Because imagine if you're going towards a goal, or if you're showing up every single day, you have to have the vision in your mind. You know, I told my team, you know, last month we were going to do 50,000 this month. I told them we're going to do 50,000 this month. I told them that you have to cast them a vision, give them a common goal. Man, next month we're going to do 60,000 in practice. You're going to hit a ton of promotions. You're going to make a ton of money. You're going to build a massive team. You're going to get a ton of licenses, right? And then it motivates them, right? But the last thing I want to talk about is working on your mind. All right, two things I took away from Bill and Render is the money mindset, right? One, you're not making the money because it's not in your mind. I mean, how many of you came here to become completely, totally financially independent? I did. I came here to build a business to pass on for generations. You have to think about that every single day. What's on your mind is what will grow. Okay. Now, of course, I love helping out families. That's freaking awesome. I love switching out trash value policies, but you have to come here and you have to have that money mindset, and then it will come in your pocket. All right. Second thing, the people who say money is the root of all evil are the brokest. You know, it's funny. I grew up thinking that money was bad because I never grew up in a financially stable household. You know, and one thing Bill and Render talked about is like, why would God create business if that was true? Do you think God wants your family to be broke? Do you think God wants your family to not pass on generational wealth? And when Bill and Render said that, I was like, dang, he's so right. Why would God want that for you? Guys, money is not the root of all evil. And positive affirmations. Guys, it's so easy to be negative, and it's so hard to be positive. But you can do it. And the thing is, whenever you put a thought in your brain, your subconscious amplifies that times 100. So even if you have that little thought, oh, I can't do it today. Oh my gosh, they said no to me. Oh my gosh, the business isn't going well. Oh my gosh, I can't recruit. Guys, that's going to stay in your subconscious for a while. You have to have positive affirmations. It's weird at first. When you first start, it's like your brainwashing yourself. You're like, it doesn't make any sense. Man, wake up every morning and say positive affirmations. I'm excited. I'm positive. I'm a leader. I have a massive business. I'm a $2 million earner. That's something we do in the brokers meetings as well. All right, 10 pages a day is a great way to start off on your self-development journey. 10 pages of any self-development book. If you don't know what book to start, go to your RVP. All the regional vice presidents in this office have been great at self-developing. And I feel like the one thing that you should focus on, whatever you're struggling at the most is what you should read. For example, if you feel like your leadership isn't there, read a leadership book. If you feel like your mindset isn't there when it comes to thinking big, read Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz. All right, show me your 5 friends and I'll show you your future. All right, who you're all around with is who you're going to be in the future. Alejandro Luis Camino, they did a speech at ACBS, and they said, I think like 1.6 million people died of cancer from smoking last year, and over like 60% of that were from secondhand smoke. So they weren't even smoking themselves. They were just around people who smoke. So in the process, they died too. It's the same thing. In this business, you're going to have to sacrifice some things. And those are going to be your broke friends, your broke uncles, your broke aunties. You have to sacrifice that. Of course, if you want to become financially independent, if you're not serious, that's cool. You can work part-time. You can hang around your broke friends. You go party out on the weekend and not take it serious. That's cool. But I came here to become completely, totally financially independent. And you have to separate to elevate. You have to separate to elevate. One last thing I want to talk to you guys about. In this business, people are begging for an opportunity. Sometimes, when I was, I think, oh my God, it's like nobody wants to do this business. Like, can't recruit anybody. Man, I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself. I was never the tallest in school, as you guys can see. I was never the smartest. I graduated with a 2.3 GPA. I was never the strongest. I wasn't the most outgoing. Back in high school, my presentations, I used to stay after school because I used to be so nervous. That's how bad it was. Man, I never was the fastest. I wasn't the most athletic, and nobody ever gave me an opportunity, not once in my life. I started on the wrestling team, 1 game. Always was a bench runner, always. Man, and then I come into this business and, I'm learning from $500,000 earners, $1.1 million, just saying you can do it, champ. Man, you show up to training, you do what you're supposed to do, you can win here. So people are begging for an opportunity. You need to seize that. Go out and find those people, find the hungry people. Without further ado, I hope you guys took some notes. I love being in business with all of you. The next speaker I'm going to let up here is freaking, this guy's a freaking beast. Regional Vice President Leighton Brown out of Fort Lauderdale. Man, this is my coach as well. I love the way that he does his business. Big personal producer, makes a ton of money. So let's go ahead and give it up for Leighton Brown.
What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me today? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Super excited to man, my guys, it's so exciting. I think Deshaun and Johnny are both like under 21 years old and they both killed it, guys. That's a testament of our system, our leadership. Now this is a business of transformation, not transaction, right, guys? The more you transform, the more you will transact. So if you come into our business, Tammy, and you focus on transforming your mind, transforming your thinking, and I know it's not easy because we're so conditioned, like our parents taught us, go to school, get a good job, be conservative, save, not invest, get a job, not a business, don't take risks, those things like that, right, guys? We're so conditioned to do that. The faster you come into our business, right, and say, you know what, I'm wanting to change. I'm going to trust the leadership's thinking in our business. I'm going to trust Edward's thinking. I'm going to trust Gabby's thinking. I'm going to trust, Eddie Vaughn's thinking. The faster you do that, Jalen, the faster you'll win in our business, right, guys? And I'm super excited to share with you guys tonight just some tools, right, guys? I'm not really the rah-rah type of guy. I'm the kind of person that, hey, I'm gonna teach you the business, teach you what you need to know so you can grow, close, make money, build a team, and become a successful regional vice president here in Primerica, right, guys? So definitely super excited about that. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Guys, go ahead and grab your notepads, right? Note takers or money makers. Guys, we have 52 people on here. I recommend, guys, really quickly, you guys maintain a field, active agent list. We recruit so many people. We do so much, right? Right, guys? I want you guys to maintain a list so you can keep track of what's going on. So if you recruit 50 people, all 50 people are still not going to be active in our business, right, guys? But you gotta know who to communicate with, right? I want you guys to understand that. You guys take a second, pull your phones out, right? Follow me on social media. It's not for likes or views, right, guys? It's I post exactly the lifestyle that we have, the books I read, the schedule, thinking, mindset. Some of them are controversial, right? But my goal is I want you guys to look at our social media as an example of a hope. Hey, if they can do it, we can do it. If they can win, we can win. You guys follow me? So I want you guys to really, really understand that, right, guys? So go ahead and follow me real quick on social media. We can go ahead and get started. 1 second, guys. So the first thing I want to talk about, guys, is that listen, guys, I started in Primerica, guys, just like how you guys, right? You guys see this is a big transformation right here, right? Came into Primerica, right? And they say, hey, Juan, dress business casual. I said, okay, cool. This is my business casual, right, guys? Phone posits, right? Khaki pants, right? Some kind of jacket. I thought I went together. And this is me studying for my exam, passed the first time. I did not pass my exam the first time. Who cares? I've been here 11 years. I've never had someone ask me how many times I took the exam, right, guys? And before Primerica, mind your business, I always made money. All right, guys, never got caught. All right, guys, so mind your business, right, guys? This is me like at 16 years old, always made money. Yes, that's my money. And this is what happened, guys, in Primerica, right, guys? Putting on a shirt and tie. Never thought I would do that because growing up, where I'm coming from, guys, you only put on a shirt and tie for 2 occasions, right? When you're going to court, right, Jalen, or you're going to a funeral. So coming to Primerica, I'm like, pulling a shirt and tie. Hell no, right? That's a negative connotation. But business people, okay, you can do that, right, guys? So that's to remind you guys who are brand new in our business. Guys, there's some things in our business are not going to change. I'm going to go over some things on here that some of you guys have heard 100 times, but you're still not doing it. And I know you're not doing it because I can see your numbers. These are for the veterans, right? But people who are brand new, please take what I'm showing you today. I'm going to show you exactly the audios I listen to, the books I've reread. I read them before, et cetera, et cetera. There's some books on here that I read every single year because it's just that good. It's kind of like, guys, when you watch a movie, right? When you watch a movie, don't you see something different every time you watch a movie, right? Every time, I catch that part. Okay, that makes more sense now, right? So, guys, these are the audios. Hector Lamarck, Dave Harms, right? Bill Whittle. They all make over $1 million a year in Primerica. So when I first came into Primerica, and one of my teammates, my friends make fun of me because I really don't know music like that, right, Jalen? Like, I don't know Future's new album and Lil Wayne this and who's dating who. Frankly, I don't care. Because those things don't pay me any money. When I first came into Primerica, I said, I'm going to listen to these guys, Hector, Dave Harn, Bill Whittle, who grew a Primerica business. Because I know I have a bigger shot of making it in Primerica than making it as a rapper or dancer, et cetera, et cetera. So overcoming objections. Guys, you want to learn how to overcome objections. Guys, when you're in your cars coming to the office or in your cars, some of you guys who are part-time going to get your kids or in your cars doing whatever, guys, turn the music off. From 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., guys, let's focus on getting our mindset better so your overcoming objection is reflexive. Guys, if you sit down with 5, 10 people, single with kids, married with kids, and you're not closing anything, it's not their fault, it's your fault. See, guys, I'm a tough code, guys, not really a soft code, not really fluffy. Guys, you not closing consistently is your fault, not their fault, because we get paid to close. You guys follow me? So learning how to overcome objections, right, is going to determine your ability to have fun in Primerica and make money. Like, for example, Jalen, right, you closing that 6,000, right, is very fun, right? You sit down with someone, you know, okay, I'm gonna get a result. Guys, if you haven't bought these books yet, I recommend you guys buy all of them. These books together, I believe, is $121. Before you say, oh my God, I don't have $121. Guys, these $121 paid me over $500,000. This investment of 121 paid over $500,000 in the last couple of years, in the last about 4 years. Right, guys? So how to win friends and influence people. Guys, you gotta be your ability to make friends and influence people is going to determine your success in Primerica, especially over Zoom, right? Imagine, Jalen, right? Think about 7 weeks ago, Jalen, you met a guy, never saw him before in your life, right? And within 30 minutes, you give me your debit card number, credit card, right? Round number, account number, right? Your daughter's name, da 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 da. Like, damn. Like, when you really think about it, isn't that insane, Jalen? But my ability to win friends and influence people allows people on Zoom to, hey, come from Zoom to come to the office for you guys in Tampa in different places, right? Skill with people, right, guys? Guys, your skill with people, your people skills, right now, people skills is going to determine your success in Primerica. This book is 44 pages. Hector Lamarck, who been paid over $100 million in Primerica, when I first got the book, he recommended to read it every day for 21 days. See that? Let's pause for a second. See, even something like that, some of y'all saying, Nelson, every day, it's 44 pages, brother. A guy who made $100 million say, hey, do what I did, do this. Well, I'll read it today and tomorrow. He didn't say that. He said 21 days. No one hates reading more than me. Nobody. Nobody on this call. That's why I listen to audios. But I say, you know what? He makes more money than me, $100 million, I'm going to read it. Change my life, right? Beyond positive thinking. Guys, a lot of us, we grew up in a very negative household. We grew up in a very negative society. That's why I don't watch the news and CNBC, whatever it's called, right? CNBC, whatever, right? I don't watch anything. It's negative. It's all post my negative stuff and this and this person died and that and this and blah, blah, right? You gotta have super positive thinking in the business. I will make 100,000. I will get my ring. I will get to division leader. Everybody says yes to me, right? I will get a yes today. This person will become a district leader. I will pass that exam, right? I will get married or whatever. All those things that speak about what you want, be positive, right? 177 mental toughness secrets of the world class. I believe this is the best self-improvement book ever. Every single page is 177 pages. I'm sorry, 177 chapters, right? So when I heard that, I'm like, ah, damn. But every page is one chapter. Every chapter is one page, I'm sorry. Every chapter is one page. And they have action steps, right, Keela? I say, hey, Tammy, listen, I'm gonna read this book, right? Because I wanna get so good at Primerica. They say, hey, you attract who you are. Okay, so if you're attracting these bad people or poverty mind people or negative people or don't show up, are you in the office right now? You want your team to show up, but you're not in the office right now. I'm attracting people who don't dress well. Are you are you dressed like Juan and Nelson today, or you dressed like you going to the club? Right? You guys follow me? You gotta think about, guys, what do you want to attract? You're a badass at making money. Guys, we are in a money business. If you work at McDonald's, you bring home burgers and fries. You work at a gym, you bring home, gloves and sweat and whatever, right? You work in finances, you should bring home money. That's what it is. So you gotta think about money. You gotta become money, right? Because money is very powerful, right? Now we're not saying money is everything. Don't twist my words. I didn't say money's everything, but it's up there with oxygen. You need money to breathe. I'm a Christian man, right? I go to church, right? I pray daily, devotions, all that kind of stuff, right? But go to the grocery store and get to the register and say, God got it. You're gonna see security come escort you out the store. Do you guys follow me? Y'all with me, right? The 10X rule, right, guys? The 10X rule, right? This book, I'm gonna warn you, if you're soft, don't read this book. A lot of people I know that pick up this book and they actually put it down by like chapter 3 because it's very intense, but it's telling you the level of intensity that you need to be successful. Because being successful is intensity. That's why I love Lewis and Ale's team name, intensity. That it's a level of intensity you need. Grant Cardone is very straightforward. Say what you want, whatever opinions you have. He went from a homeless drug addict to worth over $500 million. Say what you want, right, guys? Some of you guys are so worrying about shooting the messenger that you missed the message. Do you know you cannot like the messenger, but like the message? Right? So guys, there's a book called God Wants You to Be Rich. Again, I'm a Christian man. I want y'all only hear about, oh my God, it's about money. Whoa, whoa. Do you join Primerica for charity, Tammy? Tammy, did you sign an IBA for charity because you want to donate your time? No, you want to make some money. Right, Mercedes? So God wants you to be rich. The kingdom will be better, right, if you make more money. Because you can tithe your 10%, you can open your churches, you can take care of your family. Trust me, you got to make some money, right, guys? Let's talk about standards. Guys, guidelines are for small base shops. Guidelines make you small, standards make you big. We got to have standards, Nelson, right? So whatever goal you're going to set out for the month, double it. See, the standards for district leader, guys, is 20 by 10,000, 3 licenses a month, make 2,500 and pay. That's a good standard. But what happens is, guys, you got to become the standard you want your team to have. See, we average about 10 to 20,000 personal a month. I can tell you, hey, Jalen, write 15 grand this month. Because I know exactly how to do it. If you listen to what I ask you to do, you will do it. It's safe to say, and Coach Edward helped me on this, it's safe to say that if someone is doing something and you're not achieving it, you're just not listening. Period. That's what it is. Because guys, you don't think we want all y'all to write 10,000 personal, 20 grand personal? Of course we do. Division leader, 30 by 20,000, 6 licenses, 4,000 in pay. Regional leader, 50 by 30,000, right? Thank you, Ryan, for raising the standard on that, right? I believe he went out like 100 by like 60,000, something like that, right? 50 by 30,000, right? 10 licenses, 6,000 in pay. Regional leader, right, guys? 100, I'm sorry, regional vice president, 100 by 100, 30 licensed people, right? 30,000 in pay. See, guys, you want to have high standards for yourself. Guys, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say we're all adults on this call, but guys, when you come into Primerica, guys, you are a newborn to Primerica. So you're an adult, but you're a newborn to Primerica. You're new. So guys, young people do whatever you ask them to do. Do what you show them how to do. So if I show you how to think, you're gonna think the right way. You guys follow me so far, guys? Y'all excited? Y'all good? Guys, everything in your business, trainings should revolve around mindset, recruiting, and closing. Right, guys? Your books that you're reading, your audios that you're listening to, the questions that you're asking your upline should revolve around mindset, how to think, recruiting, how to build your business, recruiting, licensing, and closing. How do you get a check? How do you get a yes? I think what happens is, guys, you gotta get used to, there's no such thing as a dumb question, but we gotta ask questions that bring us forward. See, one of the biggest things text message, well, exciting text messages that I get from some people, right, is, hey, can I borrow your thinking on this? Right? Like, guys, I keep on bringing up the example about Maserati, right? So Edward had 2 Maseratis since I met him. So when I went to go get mine, why would I go ask someone who has not a Maserati to get a Maserati? It makes no sense. I said, hey, brother, can I borrow your thinking on this? How much do I need down? My credit score got to be? What should I look for? Who should the mechanic be? That's it. And boom, it happened. Do you guys follow me? It's so simple. So guys, in our business, see, take your ego out and get used to asking someone, hey, Coach Edward, hey, Coach Ale, can I borrow your thinking on this? I'm about to do this, right, Jalen? But Coach, can I borrow your thinking on this? In the business, your personal life, whatever. But in Primerica, let us think for you because we've been here 11 years, 10 years, 8 years. I think losing like 4 years was crazy, right? 4 years. Let them do the thinking for you. You don't got to think. Just get in the car, right? Recruiting, closing, right? How to ask questions, how to get a yes, how to get a check, how to get paid. Did you guys know we get paid every single day? Primerica cuts checks every day. Every day. So if Primerica cuts checks every day, why are you not getting paid every day, Juan? See, on a job, right? You only get paid on Fridays, or some of y'all get paid twice a month. I even heard some jobs once a month, which is insane, right? But Primerica, you get paid every day. So they cut, if a machine cuts checks every day, shouldn't you be on that payroll? Right? What is a good day in Primerica, right? And again, this is for only for people who want to get big, who want to be successful in Primerica, who want to make 100,000 a year. If you're on here part-time, you love your job, you're content with your lifestyle, this is not for you. However, people who want to become giants and have a lifestyle you don't need vacation from, who want to have an extraordinary lifestyle, who want to have an unbelievable lifestyle, this is for you. So a good day in Primerica, guys, is you have 10 appointments set. You got 10 set. That's a good day, right? You know, interviews, KTs, right? New appointments. A great day is you got 20 set. But why do you want to set so much, Leighton? Why do you want to have so much set? Because you cannot control the output, but you can control the input. I can't control who show up to the presentation. I can't control if they say yes or no, but I can control how many presentations I do. I can control how many appointments I set. That I can control. And if you're focused on mindset, if you're growing your mindset, right, you focus on recruiting always, and you know how to close, you're always going to get results. See, before I coach anybody, the first thing I always ask them, Kendrick, is, hold on, let me see your schedule. Let me see your schedule last week. So you come in for coaching because, again, guys, I'm looking for investing time. Let me see your schedule for the last week. Because if your schedule is empty, that's the first issue. Let's fix that. Because anybody who got a full schedule every single day, I don't know them of not making any money or not getting results, right? The next thing is, guys, is again, people who want to grow. See, Juan, you got to focus on every single week, brother. You want to be involved in 3 to 5 recruits a week. You direct is awesome, right? But be involved. I mean, you press submit. Not you over your team. You did a presentation. You press submit on 3 to 5 recruits a week. These are standards that Leighton keep for himself, right? And be involved or press submit on 3 to 5,000 a week. It can be split sales, it can be a personal sale, whatever the case might be, but you're involved, you're pressing submit of being involved in that every single week. And now watch this, guy. Imagine you get a team, right? You get a team, Jalen, right? Of 10 people having this kind of standard. They come in here with big, like last night, I spoke for a team, praise God for their hierarchy is amazing, but they'll celebrating guys doing like 1 by 3,000 for the month. They got trophies. I'm like, what the hell? What kind of small environment is this? Now our team, if you don't do 30 by 30, you're not even in the top 10, top 5. You guys follow me? Like you gotta be, like we got ball players in here, right? If you're not doing this yet, guys, right? If you're not doing this yet, I recommend, you know, anybody you sit down with, guys, and I'm going to end with these 2 things, right, guys? Because you always want to end on time because busy people respect schedule. Every single person you sit down with, Tammy, we have some limitations on the marketing we can do in Primerica on our own, but there's no limit on someone else marketing for you. So I sit down with someone, whether they say yes or no, I'm gonna ask them, hey brother, would you mind if I, oh, hey brother, hey sister, right? Would you mind if I send you a flyer and you post on your story and tag me? Would you mind if I send you a flyer, you post on your story, tag me? I understand you don't want to do the business, but would you mind helping someone else? Yeah, for sure, right? Hey, can we go ahead and I'll follow you on social media. What's your social media? I'll follow you you see mine? Perfect. You mind following back? Perfect. Did you get the flyer? Awesome. Do you mind posting real quick? And have them post it with you before you get off of the Zoom. Because if you send it to them later, if you send it to them and say do it later, they're not gonna remember. So let's get it done now. Do you guys follow me? So I want you guys to really understand that, guys, that if your business is dead in the water or you don't have activity, guys, it's because you're not having these people repost for you every single time. If they repost for you guys, you're gonna grow. You're gonna get to the next level. Our business is so easy. And this is what taught to me. I used it, it worked. It pays 20, 30,000 a month. Once our teams start using it all together, they'll all start killing it. Because I think the problem is, guys, in Primerica, why people don't win is because they attempt to try to find their own way to do things, and your way doesn't work. Or sometimes the devil fools you and you try to do something different than the legacy way or the aviator way, and it worked for a week or probably even a month. Okay, this worked, and next month you're back to 0, and because it doesn't work, you got lucky, right? And that's pretty much it, guys, that I want to go over, guys. And I want to go over this, right? 10 things in our business that require 0 talent. Guys, effort. Effort, guys, showing up, giving effort, having the right kind of energy. Your energy introduces you before you introduce yourself. Passion for the business, right? Having passion about helping people get to the next level. Having an attitude of gratitude, being grateful that you get to go to the office. If you're saying, well, I have to go to the office, excuse me, you pay rent at the office, excuse me. You pay rent, you put food in the fridge, I'm sorry. You get to go to a beautiful office in Tampa. You get to go to a beautiful office in Florida. You get to. All you gotta do is show up and build a business. Work ethic, right? Being a hardest working person in a room, right? The hardest working future RVP in our hierarchy, whether you like it or not, is they now. They now, right, Roxanne? Go beat them. That's it. Outwork them. That's it. Consistently is they now, right? Sean took them out last month, but the most consistent one is they know, Roxanne. That's what it is. Go outwork them and your business will explode. Right? Doing the extra. You see something in the office, guys, pick it up. Don't step over it. You see food in the kitchen, guys, throw it away, right? That's representing your office. Guys, being on time. There's no excuse for being late to everything. Life happens, right? Traffic, whatever. But late to everything, guys, come on, guys. Be on time. Have your camera on. Having the right kind of body language, right? Walking with your shoulders high, right? Being prepared. Your iPad always dead. You can never find your Apple Pencil. But you want someone to come into our business and explode. Come on, guys, let's get better with that, right? And being coachable. Being coachable has one definition, guys. Being coachable is doing what we actually do when we actually do it. That's the only definition for being coachable. Doing what we actually do when we actually do it, guys. And that's my time. I really appreciate you guys today, guys. We have our managers meeting for Legacy today at 12 p.m. I want all you guys, Legacy to be on there. Reschedule your appointments, guys, to be on there. Update our numbers. Jalen, if you can, be on there as well, brother. And let's grow to get to the next level, guys. See you guys at convention. Have a good one.